Now, it is going to spawn some meteor enemies, as you see them. As we mine them more and more, they're going to get a little angrier and angrier. But once we got all the blocks mined, it's not a big deal. Well, if I stand on this meteorite stuff, it's going to burn me. And it hurts a lot. But, I mean, so far, so good. We're just going to mine here. We can't hit them with our pickaxe. So just, you know... I need to get a good standing spot here. This meteorite kind of landed in a weird spot. It landed in one of these corruption chasms, so it's not exactly super easy to get through it. A lot of the times it'll just land on the surface directly, and you know, it's basically just a small little hole in the ground, and you can just, you know, mine a little 2x2 down through it, and then mine most of the stuff from that 2x2. This one's a little bit weird. It's been split in half, basically. Hey, that's about this half completed. I want to break every small block so they just stop spawning, period. But it's going to be a little challenging to do that right now still. It is based on the amount of meteorite, I think. And then it stops being like a meteorite biome to let them spawn. We don't have to break every small block, but it'll definitely speed up this whole process. Get these guys out of here. Break all these guys. There is accessories you can get that make you immune to burning. So you can get obsidian and you can combine it to make an accessory called the obsidian skull. Lets you not burn on blocks that burn you, which we'll kind of need for the ye old hell biome, because a lot of blocks down there burn you. Even the ore burns you just like meteorite. Let's mine the rest of this top bit, and then I think I'll call it on the meteorite. How much did we got? 280? That should be enough for us. Sometimes a little hard to tell, though. I typically play multiplayer, so a lot of my knowledge is based on the fact that maybe the resources I'm typically gathering are for multiplayer count. Maybe like 3 to 4 people. Not so used to playing by myself. Well, my counts might be a little bit off, or I might be overestimating things, but I think we're good here. Let's grab the lantern, and let's grab the campfire. Let's skedaddle, and let's keep going to the left here. Maybe we'll see some goblin scouts, which will let us potentially get a goblin invasion, which would be what we kind of want right now. We want the goblin tinker. The goblin tinker is going to make our whole life easy. I also want to upgrade this grappling hook. This grappling hook is abysmal. At least we have one, but damn, does this thing suck. All right, and we are approaching the ocean. We should be getting fairly close to this point, at least. Oh, it's a windy day, isn't it? I think that's what this theme is. Oh, another one of these. So many trees. The big trees are everywhere on this map. Crazy seed, I guess. Typically, you only get like a couple. Oh, we're gonna find the angler here too. Yeah, there he is. Hello, angler. Hello, angler. How are you doing, man? So he'll have all the fishing missions and stuff like that. Not crazy useful. I mean, you can do them if you want to. You need him to get the cell phone, but maybe we'll do it. I don't know. Fishing in this game is not exactly the most exciting thing in the world. I think any experienced Terraria player will tell you. Sometimes it's just something you got to do if you want to get the items you need. So, we're looking really good on a little bit of everything. So let's put the water leaf in this chest. Water leaf is important to have. And I think that we will maybe kill Skeletron next. Alright, so we got to clean up our inventory. Our inventory is kind of looking trashy. But it's a quick fix. Just throw these things in here. We don't need them on hand. Get the grenades out. We won't need the grenades so much anymore. Throw the falling stars in here. Keep those on hand down there. Keep these guys here. And let's craft the meteorite stuff. Yeah. That'll be useful to have. We have 100 bars. That should be enough for everything, right? Theoretically. Yep. Okay, we can get the space gun. Space gun's going on 4. Musket, you're out, bozo. You're done. You're cooked. And it doesn't craft in anything. I'm just going to delete it. I'm just going to delete it. It's useless. And let's sell our armor because we're not going to need that armor. By the time we upgrade again, we're going to go into the Hellstone armor, so it's out of here. And we've got this now, which makes the space gun cost 0 mana. That's the set bonus. And this gun is very, very good. Just put it lightly. But we need the tinker to get the optimal setup for it. Oh, we're max mana already? Okay, you know what? No complaints here. Ham-axe, so we can get rid of the current axe we have and the hammer, and now we have a ham-axe. It works as a hammer and an axe. Pretty convenient. And I think we're good to go start setting up, potentially, a dungeon arena. Couldn't even think of it. But yeah, I think we're kind of good to set up a dungeon arena. Painter, where do you want to go? You want to be near the Dryad, who wants to be in the jungle. Okay, well, whatever. You want to be in the forest, right? Dryad wants to be in the jungle. You want to be in the forest. We might have this desert set up right. I'm going to go check and see if the pylons are there properly. Thunderstorm. So spooky. Now, we can only fight Skeletron at nighttime, so it is a little bit inconvenient. Fighting Skeletron at nighttime is a big worry, so we're basically on a timer when we go to fight him. But here's our space gun in action. It's a very good weapon. Maybe a little annoying with the sound effect it has, but it makes up for it by being a beast of a gun. It's technically a magic weapon, but it basically isn't a gun. I mean, it's basically a gun. It's not a magic weapon. I mean, look at it. It's a laser gun, dude. This is freaking Star Wars over here. Now, walking back and forth is going to be a little annoying at first, just because, well, we don't really have the setup to walk around easy yet. We don't have super fast boots. We don't have a lot going on for us. Just is what it is. But once we are a little bit more set up properly and we have faster boots and we have the pylons, navigating the map is going to be super duper easy. We're going to head over here. We're getting blown around by the winds right now. The blizzard does actually have winds that blow you and stuff. It's a little annoying, but it's not a big deal. Let's head down here. Through here. And we should be approaching the desert, right? I think. Could be getting close. There's the water chest. I guess I could just zoom out on the map a little bit and maybe see a little bit better. Ah, there it is. Okay. We found our desert. You guys saw the pylon? No. Who doesn't want to be here? This is what I'm talking about. Privacy. What do you like? No one around. I can test my new bombs. Wait, do you not like the arms dealer? Is that what's happening? Why no pylon? They should be selling the pylon already, right? Unless these guys aren't close enough. They should totally be close enough. Oh, there's the pylon. Never mind. There we go. Well, we don't have the other pylon to teleport back yet, but the desert pylon is set up, so teleporting to the dungeon in the future is going to be very easy. And let's slide up down here. We might even be able to get a water bolt. It's rare, but there's a water bolt that can spawn on these bookshelves in here. And if we're lucky, one might have spawned. Because if we go too deep here, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. This is kind of an art form as well. But yeah, I'm not gonna go any deeper. Sometimes it's you can go pretty deep. Sometimes you can't. Listen, it just is what it is. All right, so we have to set up a fighting arena now. It doesn't have to be super complex, but this one has to be 2 layers because to dodge this man, we're gonna need a little bit of space. We're getting pushed around by this desert right now, which is a little annoying. It's not too big of a deal. So long as no mobs get up here, we should be fine. We want this thing to be a little bit long, though. This man, he's pretty quick, and he's got a lot of projectiles, and he's got 3 limbs. Well, he's got a head, and then he's got 2 arms. It makes fighting him a little tricky, but I've done this enough times. Maybe I can do it on the 2nd attempt. Hopefully. Hopefully. We'll see. My confidence might be misplaced. But we're going to have a little shack here as well. That way we can kind of use the nurse, because this might be the first boss we need to use the nurse on. Let's make this tall. We want a lot of space, because we're going to need room to dodge this man when he's doing his attacks. So this should be tall enough in theory. I just kind of guesstimate how much space we need, but this should be enough. And let's clear all this out and get it the same length as the other one. Get some campfires down, and we might be able to fight him here soon. I don't think we'll be able to fight him tonight, but it is what it is. We'll fight him on the next night. And this is good. Looks good. And place down the campfire. And place down the heart lantern, which we need a block for. So, I don't know, use it right here. Can we break these yet? I forget. Yes, we can. Good, good. And have it kind of in the center. And this should be big enough in theory. It is turning daytime right now, so unfortunately we cannot fight him yet. But let's kind of set up a little bit and flatten this out a bit. It's a little hard to mine this, but we're going to flatten out the dungeon's like roof a little bit. That way we can maybe navigate a bit easier. Make this a staircase. That way we have a little bit of vertical movement still. Break these so that way we have a flat surface to run on. His aim is important in this fight. And that guy down there is the guy who's going to spawn him. He'll also turn into an NPC. And this should be pretty good. I think this is an adequate enough arena, but I've eaten my words before. I know how this goes. I want to set up the forest pylon. So let's do the forest pylon real quick, which means we're going to have to move these guys out in probably towards... Oh, blood moon. Well, it's not a big deal. Blood moon's a blood moon. It's just going to be in the way mostly. It's not going to actually threaten us at all.